Meanwhile, Adeline Hambley stays on the job as Ottawa County's top health officer more than a year after the board initially attempted to fire her and then held a termination hearing several months later. Both sides have finally ended their dispute, letting Hambley lead the health department.
News 8's Byron Tollefson has followed the months-long saga from the very start. He joins us now with more on how it finally came to an end and what comes next.
Both sides agreed that the reason they settled this dispute, which goes back several months, was to avoid high costs from continuing court battles.
When Adeline Hambley's lawyer went into the Ottawa County boardroom Monday to enter mediation with the county's legal counsel, she knew she wanted one thing if her client was going to stay on as health officer: protections going forward.
It was absolutely a priority. I mean, there's no predicting what's going to happen in the future. My client has wanted nothing more than to stay and lead this department.
After more than 12 hours of mediation Monday, Hambley's attorney got what she wanted, this section in the settlement, stating that if the board brings charges for termination against Hambley again before January of next year, the board would not have the power to fire her. Instead, an arbitration panel would determine Hambley's fate, with 3 members, one chosen by Hambley, another by the county, and a mediator.
The fact that we were able to come to a resolution is really best for everyone, and this gives my client some peace of mind and protection.
There's a couple things that sort of jump out at me.
Michael McDaniel, a constitutional law professor at Cooley Law School, tells News 8 that while arbitration panels are common for private companies, they're rare for government employees.
Arbitration panels like this in employment matters happen all the time, but usually with private corporations where you've got individuals who are more than at-will employees.
David Kallman, the county's legal counsel, tells News 8 that arbitration would be quicker than going through a legal fight once again.
We're not expecting anything to come up, but I mean, if it does, then we've all agreed that it'd be a good way to go to arbitration. Many civil disputes get handled this way. It's a very common thing. So we thought that was a positive suggestion.
When Ottawa Impact took a majority on the Board of Commissioners last January, the board voted to remove Hambley from her role in their first meeting, prompting her to sue for wrongful termination. As that legal fight dragged on, by October, the board held a termination hearing, accusing Hambley of incompetence, misconduct, and neglect of duty for saying that the public health department would be forced to close over a significant proposed budget cut. But after 2 days of testimony, the board never voted on removing her. It instead kicked off settlement negotiations. Hambley's lawyer later tried to get a court to hold the county to a $4 million settlement, which she claims both sides agreed on, but a judge ultimately shot that down. That brought us to Monday.
Okay, we're back in session.
With a mediator bringing both sides together and finally agreeing on the settlement.
I move to approve a stipulation and order to dismiss in the Adeline Hambley v. Ottawa County matter as follows.
The board unanimously approved the deal, in which Hambley would drop her lawsuit, and Tuesday morning, a Muskegon County judge approved the settlement. Kallman tells News 8 the possibility of Hambley keeping her job was always on the table, but many issues had to be sorted out, including Hambley dropping her lawsuit.
Things fell into place. I think the mediator was very effective with both sides to lay out, look, here's the reality of the situation, and maybe this is a way to move forward.
As both sides go back to square one, Hambley's attorney hopes it's a new beginning.
She's thrilled to be in this place and to be finished with this chapter.
In a Facebook post, board chairman Joe Moss wrote, quote, "The board will continue to provide oversight of the health department, prioritizing freedom and the individual rights of the people. We will continue to build Ottawa County to be a place where freedom rings and individuals and families thrive," end quote. The last issue is the court will decide how much, if any, will be owed in attorney's fees.